Alright, so this one finally dried off after about 24 hours or more. And I'm going to show you this large, huge one, which is about 55 to 60 pounds compared to the small ones you saw. I'll link the small ones in the video, but I do have a few next to me just to show you. Now, this one is cleaned with soap and water when I first got it. Then last night I decided to try to wire brush it with a soft brass brush. I can't acid do this. I can't acid bat this because it's huge. I live in a second floor apartment and it's winter. I have to wait till spring or summer, and in one of my large plastics I'll try to do this. So before I show you this, if you're looking and you're saying, well, what is that thing? First of all, you got to take time with my camera because my camera doesn't focus all that great. Okay, now it is, but it's going to be hard to show you such a huge piece. So I'm going to have to like kind of go around it slow and then lift it up on each side so you can see. But before I do that, let me show you what they are. So again, the lighting might not work all that great. It's all about lighting with this. Now again, these aren't going to seem all that great. Let's see if I can. I'm going to wet this one to show you. It will show better. Let me see if I put it in my hand. So that giant version is what I got in my hand. But I'm going to show you how cool this is because I have some cut and polished. So it's either Actinolite and or Epidot, however you say that. And I'll show you. I got a good video of this one in my hand. I'll link below this so you can see it. It's just awesome. Now the interesting thing about this, and the one thing I can't find online anywhere, this is probably some serpentine group, subclass group or something like that. But what I can't seem to find is this metallic-y, glassy shell on it. So usually like the, what's it called, the actinolite will either be crystallized or I don't know, it kind of looks like this turtle shell, which it goes into. So it's like crystallized glass. That's all crystal, that stuff right here, and gemminess. And then I'm going to show you that big panel is basically this. So I have yet to see anybody online or any pictures anywhere that show this side of it, this flaky glass-like, excuse me, hold on one second. This flaky glass-like, sometimes it's minty, sometimes it's emerald green, dark green, shine. It literally feels like a metallic glass, or at least a metallic shine like a car, but feels like glass, you know, the crystal. So here's what it looks like inside, so you can see how cool that is. This is cut and polished. So they're like panels, so that white line is designating the panel that got, you know, how it formed. They form in like panel structures. In the video that I made of this, I'm just putting these in this video now just so you can see what this is, because it might not, if I just showed you this alone, you might say, what the heck is that thing? But that's a giant version, I got a gnat flying at me, of this. And again, there you go, you can kind of see this gemmy crystal, emeraldy forest green. Alright? And I'll just show you briefly here. This is a good one to show you the metallic, so when you look at the big one, you can get an idea what it really looks like. You see how that's bronzy green metal? And sometimes it does feel like metal, sometimes it feels like glass. This one, you can't really tell. It's kind of molded, but I cut it. And once again, you can see that crystal polish awesomeness. And there's just a bigger version of that really quickly. And these are really thin panels on this one. Let's see if it comes in. I don't want to make this video too long because I want to show you the big one. Alright, don't worry about this because it's in the other video I'll link. And this one was a really good version too because it shows you, and this is in the other video too in case it doesn't pick up. This shows you the crystalness and the gemminess. There you go. And then cut. And then again, that strange, I have yet to see this online anywhere or in pictures on Google of this sort of metallic-y reflective. I guess you can call it a reflective metallic. Alright, so now that you've seen that, and again, it's going to be hard with the lighting in this. This whole panel here is that reflective metal stuff. And you can't really see. Let's see if I can show you here without flipping it. So what makes this rock cool and this crystally stuff is the fact that it's turtle shell on the bottom, turtle shell on the top, and it goes from this top here, it goes from like the crystally stuff into like more rock turtle shell down in here. But you can see the panels everywhere. And like right there is nice gemmy stuff, like crystally gem and then reflective. So it makes a really neat showpiece. And you can see here, again, between the gemminess and crystalness, and this part's a little loose, and then the reflective. And again, it hasn't been an acid and to show it. And this is like a cross between like a rock and a gemmy part. And it just got cool because of the way it's angled. So it makes like a really nice showpiece. And let's see if I can get this. Nah, my camera doesn't want to. It's not focusing. Shoot. Well, anyway, that is the cut side, the open side. Oh, there it goes a little bit. And again, it doesn't look so. Oh, maybe now it's coming in a little bit. Ah, dang it. When I put my fingers there, you can see like all of a sudden it turns. I guess it's the color, the shadow. So you can see how it's green and crystally there, and the whole thing is actually like that down through here. Now let me show you the other side of this. And so here is that reflective side again, and it's hard to get with the thing. Now underwater, this looks awesome, and I'm going to show you the littler guy underwater so you can see. And you can almost, well, it's like a whitish silvery here, and this is where it starts to fade into more rock turtle shell looking feel and look to it. And then there's a nice darker section in here and here. It's like a really deep green. And same thing with this in here. And this, like I said, this rock's heavy, but I'm just trying to show you this. So if you like this stuff and you know what it is, that would be great to tell me what it is. And again, this would look great cleaned up because there's a lot of like the gemmy, crystally stuff in there. Let's see, camera not really picking up. Over here is really like that as well. Let's see here. So there it goes. So you can see that all nice crystally stuff and everything in there. And then it goes into like the metallic-y stuff on top, which is really cool, man. It feels like glass. So I'm not gonna like try to get it up on its end because I think you can kind of get an idea. So it has all these cuts and angles, which makes it really, really nice. Alright, so let's see if this will come in over here before I put it in the water so you can get an idea. Sometimes my camera wants to... you see all that nice green in the middle and crystally. There we go. A lot of the rock is like that. It's just very difficult with the reflective shining back off to get to that. So this is a little bit easier way. Now you can see the crystally green and that little nub sticking out in the middle. There we go. So picture that giant one that I just showed you, how it has a lot of large sections that look like this when it's underwater. It's so cool. And again, this one looks really cool dry too. It's just hard to get the angle to show you all the gemminess. Like this whole section is gemminess, crystalliness. But with the reflection that it also has, it's really difficult to show that. And again, if anybody knows what it is, let me know. This will be the last of the videos I ever make of this stuff. Nobody has answered me yet anyway, but who knows, maybe one day. What do you think? Some epidote mixed in with this actinolite stuff, if that's what this is? What I'm really want to know, not only the whole part of it though, is this reflective type stuff is what really gets me, because I haven't seen that. And I really want to know. So there's a good view of it right there, all this kind of stuff. Now you can tell why I think this is so cool, because out by me in California, it's not every day you see a green rock unless it's like a serpentine rock. There it is. So let me get this close so you can see this. Those of you that bared with this, you can see that, how beautiful that is. I have a can. I tried it really briefly with a what is it called? A spray gloss to see if I can keep that wet look on. And it came out decent. I kind of overdid it. So when the warm weather comes back around, I'm going to try to, look at that green. I'm going to try to do that spray on one of my lesser pieces to see if it gets the gemminess and the crystalness to stay like that. And what's great about this rock is if you see all the deep green gemmy stuff, and then up towards where my thumb is, watch this. You see that, like, and it has those reflective panels. So it really makes for a really nice piece, at least I think so. I mean, it's not like I found this giant emerald or something, but that is so cool. Like, look at that gemmy crystal mixed with rock, mixed with, here's that reflective panel thing. Let's see if I can get it. See that? So it really makes for a cool piece. All right. Well, whatever you think. See if I can show you like that. Next to it. So you can get an idea how awesome that looks when it's underwater. And again, if I can get it in acid and really clean it up a little bit and get some of like this section and this section, which is basically just like this right here. So what you're seeing here, here, and here is all in this right there. So that would be so cool. And when these things are out in the sun and wet, oh man, they look amazing. That's why sometimes, like, if you find them by water, it's great, or you bring water with you, because you might find a piece and say, ah, it doesn't look so good. And then you clean it off and you see it underwater and you're like, whoa, what the heck? So anyway, it's awesome. So if you like it, let me know. If you got any advice about cleaning it or what it is again, I'd appreciate it. All right? I know it doesn't look probably so great now. It probably just looks like sort of a shiny, reflective lump of rock. But trust me, I mean, I try to show you on the angles and stuff. It's really, really cool. All right? All right, thanks, guys. Lots of love to you. Bye-bye.